Welcome to War Journal, Flames of War. And this podcast is our thoughts and discussions about the Flames of War games and other related interests. This episode is brought to you by Tracy George and Chaos Magic. We are not claiming to be experts of the game, but just wanted to have a casual conversation about Flames of War. Without any further delay, we now make our advance onto the podcast. And here are your hosts, Tracy and Arthur.
This is Tracy.
And I'm Arthur.
Welcome to War Journal, Flames of War, Episode 19, Hydra, Cobra, and a New World Order. What's on tap for today's episode, Arthur?
We have 3 Thanksgiving-sized topics of interest.
Oh gosh, you didn't say that.
I'm sorry. We take a look at the Team Yankee updates and more on Battlefront's homepage and front page news. In our hobby, we talk about what direction we will take in Team Yankee. And we end with another lesson about the art of war in Sun Tzu.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Battlefront Front Page news.
Alright, we're looking at Battlefront Front Page, and they're having a sale. But also, going a little further down, Team Yankee has been pushed back.
Not only is the sale, is that Thanksgiving sale.
Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I just noticed that. I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh jeez.
Okay. Had to bring that up.
Aren't they in New Zealand though?
Yeah.
So, okay. So yeah, Team Yankee's been pushed back till December 12th. It was supposed to be coming out next week. And I pre-ordered a book so I can look at it and get ready. We're just going to proxy with what we've got, just see if we're really interested in going this route or not. But now we're going to have to wait. I wish at least they could have just released the rule books or even digital copy of the rule book.
Yeah, I think they just want to release everything at one time.
Yeah, but they're going to miss they're going to miss the Black Friday sales.
That's true. But it sounded like there was a problem with the T-72s, that they were just not happy, so they didn't want to take care of that before they release it.
Yeah. We could have proxied T-72s until they came out and just been playing the game and getting more people possibly interested in playing the game. Because during Black Friday, maybe you could have been playing that weekend or something. You know, just kind of getting people interested in it. So, and then there's some websites, and I think I joined the Facebook group. So I joined that one. So there's a Facebook for Team Yankee. I guess there's a Twitter, and then I don't know what's the camera. Instagram. I don't know about Instagram, so I don't know about that.
It's just a place to post pictures, I think.
I don't. It does have to look like a camera, so.
Yeah, every time someone have a link to Instagram, is just a picture with some words.
Yeah. So, I was hoping for more Team Yankee stuff, but it looks like we're going to have to wait some more. So, and we'll talk more about Team Yankee in our hobby.
Yeah, we have a little bit we can chat about.
But they did have a deal here that if you bought like one of the box sets or whatever, you get a free tank.
Because they're delaying it.
But I thought it was so interesting to see how small the Sherman. They show the models next to each other. If you go into, it's that link that takes you to the release update, and they show a Sherman, a Cobra, a Hind, and an Abrams. It shows the size difference, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you take 6 Hinds, that's pretty much the whole table.
Yeah, like I knew the Hind looked like a flying tank, but I didn't quite realize it's bigger than a tank.
Well, what is it? Is it almost 4 Shermans in length?
I'll say
Not
3.
counting the barrels, I'm just talking the whole of the Sherman.
I guess maybe. I was thinking about 3.5. It might be 4.
It's something around there.
It's huge.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool now. They got all these release dates, and it shows what they're coming up with, at least till February 20th. So it's going to start rolling out.
Yep. I'm looking forward to the A-10s, the Frogfoot, Hein, and then I'm going to be just proxying the rest. The big thing I want is the Apache.
Oh,
as well.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that, and we weren't sure when the Apache came out. So
Yeah.
I really don't know.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking at Apache helicopter when it came out,
Oh,
and so I don't know. Of course, I'm going to the most reliable source, Wikipedia, because it just says, well, Hughes started it in 1975 to 84, then McDonnell Douglas 84 to 97, and then Boeing from 97 till now. So, I guess it was around then.
oh, yeah.
Different variants of it, but all right. So, oh, that would be cool. I would play some. Well, I guess it would look cool on Battlefield. I don't know if I would play it. Depends upon how good it is.
I will use it whether it's suck or not.
All right.
I might not have 6, but I might just have 2 because it's still out.
I'm just looking at those Heinz now. It's like, oh my gosh, those things. There's no room for anything else on the table. And they, from what I get in the rules, they stay on the table. It isn't like the airplanes come in and just kind of do their thing and leave. So they're big targets. You can't miss them. Well, you can miss them dying, but you can't miss seeing them. Let me say it that way.
Yeah, I think that they can't hover. They can always moving.
Yeah, they're too heavy, I think.
Yeah, like someone brought that up on like where they look at the cards because like the Cobras they had like a hover stat, but the Heinz said like it had no hover stat. You have to keep moving.
All right.
And someone mentioned I think that because the design of the Heinz that they couldn't hover. I was like they just fall to the ground. They always got to keep moving.
All right, so I don't have anything else. I think I'm ready for the questions, unless you got anything else.
I'm not sure. Let me double check. They're doing demos, but nowhere near us.
Nowhere near us, no. Maybe we could sometime, maybe.
Yeah, that would be nice. But hey, yeah, contact us. We'd be happy to do demos.
Yes. Well, you mean Battlefront contact us?
Yeah. Battlefront, yeah.
Yeah, contact us and get us some stuff, and we'll go do some demos here.
Oh,
we got what? We got at least 2 game stores.
Yeah.
And I think there's a third one that I've heard about.
Yeah, we have a sizable gaming population here. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So let's do some questions of the week.
Oh, gosh, I'm dreading these. Well, some of them I'm kind of feeling, there's one I'm like, oh, I don't know. All right, so we've answered 95 but didn't get the answer. So it was a sole surviving infantry team is expecting to run out of luck and therefore decides to leave the battlefield by moving off the table from its deployment zone. What happens with the team and its platoon? I said D, which was the platoon must pass a skill test or be destroyed, and you said C, they must pass a motivation test or be destroyed.
I know it's one or the other, but I can't remember which one.
The correct answers are A and D. Did this say multiple choice up there? No. So A is the team is removed and unable to return to the table. Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that.
And what was D also? Okay, so that was, And the platoon must pass a skill test or be destroyed. So if they pass it, they're not destroyed, but they can't come back. Okay. I hate when there's multiple choice, but then they don't give you multiple choice. Or tell you. All right, so we are ready for 96. While in area terrain rated as difficult going, which of the listed teams will need to make a bogging check? And it goes from A through L, so I think we're just going to say yes or no, like A. Yes or no,
Okay.
B, yes or no, because otherwise it'd be too confusing, I would think.
Okay.
All right, so which of these would have to make a bogging check in difficult going? A, infantry team moving forward.
Hold on. There's a bonus. Is there any place in the rules for flying transports? What?
Well, the picture there shows this thing flying. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, unless you count parachuting in. But that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That they come in from the side basically.
Yeah.
You have the
I know
Pathfinder out there.
Yeah. Team Yankee, the Hinds are flying transports, but I don't know of
I don't
anything
think so in this one.
in World War II.
So let's see. So A, infantry team moving forward.
Need to make a bargain check? No.
I say no also. No. Infantry team rotating on the spot.
No.
Yeah, infantries never have to take any kind of check. C, infantry team dismounting from a transport.
No.
Agree with that? No. D, man-pack gun team moving forward.
No.
I'm going to say no. E, man-pack gun team rotating on the spot.
No.
I got no on that also. F, man-pack gun team dismounting from a transport.
I also want to say no.
I'm going to say no. G, gun team moving forward.
So what qualifies as a gun team again?
Man-packed are like mortars and machine guns.
And gun teams
Or
are
the others.
like machine or well.
Like some of your artillery pieces and
No.
I'm going to say yes. Okay, H, gun team rotating on the spot.
No.
This one I have, because you have to rotate to face the target, but if they're in your field of fire, you're not actually rotating, technically. So I'm going to go with they're going over 90 degrees, so I'm going to say yes. That's what I'm going to say on that one. All right, gun team unlimbering from a transport.
No.
I'm going to go with no also, because I think the vehicle took the bugging check on that. Okay, J, vehicle moving forward.
Yes.
Yes on that one. K, vehicle rotating on the spot.
Yes.
Yes. L, vehicle rotating its turret.
Yes.
I'm going to say yes also. I think I remember about that.
Yeah, I think that got me. We had to look it up. I'm like, oh, well, crap.
Okay, basically you said no to everything except for JKL.
Yeah.
I said no to everything except for GH, JKL. So let's see. G, J, K. So gun teams moving forward, yes. Oh, so they can rotate on the spot and not have to.
Oh.
Just vehicles have to do that. So gun teams moving forward. Vehicle moving forward. Vehicles rotating on the spot. Now they do have this H
That's all right.
plus 1. Gun teams unlimbering and or rotating on the spot do not need to make bogging checks, as clarified in the LFTF.
That's from the front. I think that sounds like something we need to look up.
I thought there was something about rotating. Oh! You couldn't rotate turret in a building. Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I thought you had to do a bogging check when you rotated your turret in a
Same here.
difficult terrain. Don't know. All right.
I think we need to look up some the letters on the front to look that up.
Yeah, because I.
Page 2.
All right.
Do
So.
you want to look up letters on the front now, or wait till we get to the
We can do that now. So. All right. So we looked it up.
Okay, and this is one we all found in the letters. Is rotation on the spot movement, or can a team do that without movement? Answer. Any movement in the movement step is movement. On the other hand, teams are required to rotate to face their targets in the shooting step, and this is not movement. So so now I need to go back to the question. So rotating on the spot.
Well, it says gun teams unlimbering and or rotating on the spot do not need to take bogging checks.
So that means they must be rotating to face the target to shoot
Yeah,
it.
so I guess maybe we've been kind of doing that wrong. We've been rotating him in a movement step.
Mm.
If they needed, things beyond 90 degrees,
Yeah.
we've been like tanks and stuff. Instead of just I'm going to move it now. These are shooting here, so I'm going to face this target. So now we can think about we don't have to.
So we just wait. Okay, I'm shooting now on turn.
Yeah.
So that does not count as movement.
So I guess turning in spot or turning in a
So just like in the movement step, you turn.
rotating on spot. That's what I'm trying to say. Rotating on spot. You do that during the shooting step, not the movement. And
Yeah.
see, we've been doing it in a movement step. So, okay, so that clears that up. All right. See, learn something. Look at that.
So moving the barrels it does that. So yeah. I could have sworn it said you could hit the trees or something.
I thought there was something about trees too. It's another day. All right, so we tried to find the answer and we couldn't.
Yeah. I could have sworn there was something in there, something about moving a turret, but
Yeah,
I didn't.
same here in like trees or something like that. You can't. It's like a bogging check or something. I thought.
I couldn't find it. So if anyone knows what we're talking about, please let us know,
Yep.
because this is driving me mad. But moving on.
All right, so I think this is number 97.
97.
A Soviet conscript artillery battalion
Oh, I forgot
consisting
to
of 4 guns wishes to bombard a German infantry platoon. It ranges in on its 3rd attempt. What score is needed to hit the German platoon? A, it can't be done since they would need to roll a 7. B, 5+. C, 6. D, 3. E, or 3+. E, 4+. F, conscripts aren't allowed to fire artillery bombardments. Let me ask you, why didn't they just do 2+, 3+, 4+, 5+, 6+, 7? Instead of, because it goes 7, 5+, 6, 3+, 4+. Can't do it. Okay, so I'm going to put mine, and my answer is that.
I don't feel right, but the only thing that comes to my mind, A.
I said C, because even with artillery bombardments, if I remember right, if it goes over 6, it's a 6. 6 always hits.
Bonus, what if anything would change, had there only been one gun?
You have to add 1. I don't think anything would have changed. Oh, wait. Because 1 adds 1. Actually, I don't think it would change. It adds 1 to the hit, but they get to re-roll their save if they fail. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay. I don't know what you got. That's why I'm going to go with. If the bonus is down there.
I said it didn't hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if they did hit, they should be able to reroll their save.
Okay, correct answer is C, 6. And so, now that is different. If it's a direct shot, yeah, if it goes over 6, you can't shoot. All right, now bonus question. The 6 is always a hit rule. Don't apply to batteries containing less than 2 guns, making it impossible for the battery to hit after failing its first range-in attempt. Wow!
Okay.
Less than 2 guns, so I'm going to have to remember that if I try to knock you down.
So yeah, if you only have less than 2 guns, you don't always hit on a 6.
If it's over a 6, if you fail to fit first range in, that's it. Wow. That's if you're a conscript.
Yeah.
All right. And I think 98 is going to be the last one. There probably is no answer for this one this week. All right. So which of these teams must be sent to the rear? And this goes through A through J, so I think this is again going to be one of those yes or no.
Yeah.
Each one. Okay.
In bonus, which of the listed teams cannot be sent to the rear?
Oh my gosh.
All
right, so they do say multiple select, duh. Okay, so which teams must be sent to the rear? A, an empty German unarmored transport team.
Yes.
I'm going to say yes. So A, yes, yes. Okay. B, an empty German armored transport team.
No.
I'm going to go no on that one also. C, an empty Allied unarmored transport team.
Yes.
Yes. D, an empty Allied armored transport team.
Yes.
Yes. E, a Portee tank team when its gun has been dismounted.
What? I have no idea.
I'm going to say yes.
That sounds good.
Arthur, you owe me $100.
No.
Oh, come on, that sounds good. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
An empty mounted assault transport team.
I'm not sure what that is.
What do you think?
I say I'm not sure what that is. So, shot in the dark, no.
I'm going to go yes. Okay, G, a Pioneer supply vehicle.
Yes.
I'm going to go no. H, an unarmored recovery vehicle.
Yes.
I'm going to go no. I, an armored recovery vehicle.
No.
I'm going to go no. J, a dismounted observer tank team.
I don't know. Yes.
I said yes. Okay. Whew.
I don't want to deal with the bonus.
I don't either. Well, we got a few we disagree on, so we'll just see what happens down here. All right. The answer's next week.
Yeah.
Well, when we get back to this. So, ones we did agree on is A, B, C, D, E, I, and J. So we did agree on a lot of them, but that's not saying we're correct.
Well, I think the first four, I think we're reasonably correct on those.
Yeah, because you have that German
Yeah.
one. Normally you say, yeah, any transport sim, but your German armored
Yeah.
one, they can be empty and still be on the table. All right.
Our hobby.
All right, so we've been talking a little bit about if we do go into Team Yankee. We started talking about this and we kept going and going. It's like, well, maybe we should just talk about this
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Yeah, cool.
So it kind of goes back to, I don't know what episode it was, where we talked about G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it's fun. 'Cause when I'm doing my Flames of War Army, it's not going to be historic. And Team Yankee, it's not historic anyway, so it's time to have fun with it. And we was just throwing some ideas, bouncing ideas off of each other for what we're going to do and what we're going to play. Because for one thing, I'm not so on being Soviets. So, unlike, I don't mind playing Germans, but after a while, I want to play some U.S. So, that's going to be one big difference from Flames of War for us, because I won't be purely Germans.
Right. Well, also, I kind of talked about it that who's to say we have to follow those force, I want to say force org charts, so where, you know, like,
Yeah.
here's the Bannon boys or whatever it is, and this is what you're limited to. Why not just say, okay, we got 100 points. If you want to play Heinz and you want to play the A-10 Apache and you want to play Abrams and, you know, just, you got 100 points, let's just have fun.
Oh yeah, I definitely probably wouldn't mind doing that once in a while. Maybe for a change, might like it for more common. I don't know. I know from playing Flames of War, there's a lot of times there's like, I wish I had something from this list and something from
Right.
this list. And it might just be more open to just throw them together in this game. The one thing is, like, I don't think the Force Ors affects the stats of everything else.
Correct.
Like in Flames of War does.
Yeah, so true.
So,
Yeah, and it also gets really confusing. Like, you've talked about your last, like, from the Berlin book.
oh yeah.
And what was the other I can't remember, not Barbarossa. The other book here towards the end of Germany. It's like every platoon had a different rating than this other platoon, and so you're trying to keep track of everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot what list that played like that.
What was that from? I know Berlin had one.
Berlin had it on crack. The other one was like, it was mostly the same, but it had like 3 or 4 things. It's like, it's going to be different. The Berlin is like, I could make everything different. And I literally have to like, if I ever play that list, I couldn't really proxy, because what's on the table will make such a difference in what's on the list.
Yeah.
But I don't think I understand Team Yankee shouldn't have that kind of issue, so it should be more open to just mixing and matching.
Yeah, you got the cards that had just all the ratings on that card. So yeah, so we talked about possibly theming. The first one we talked about, and this back to the podcast, was that one early podcast was doing a G.I. Joe theme. And so I kind of asked, well, what other things could we do? And I was drawing a total blank, and then it hit me with Shield and Hydra.
From Marvel Comics.
Right.
And after looking up the Hydra symbols, like, that's a pretty cool logo.
Looks like an octopus or something, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's neat. Just my normal fundamental is I kind of like try and design my own stuff as opposed to using someone else's. But that logo's cool, and I know I test my painting skill if I have. Like, it's one thing where, like, this doesn't look like anything else. So, like, I tend to look like that. Well, I have to paint a different kind of paint scheme. There's a much higher bar I need to reach. So, I still haven't decided if I'm going to do Hydra, because I haven't decided what my own thing to do for Russia yet. But I have came up for what I want to do for my U.S., and it's like my own fictional special forces team. It's kind of based around like ghosts or race stuff, and have all their stuff painted in like black and either white or gray. Kind of have like an Airwolf look, but I wouldn't quite have the exact look of Airwolf. I just kind of probably mix it up more, just because I just want to do my own stuff. But I think it'd be pretty cool to have Apaches just kind of painted up like Airwolf.
Yeah, so we were kind of talking about this. I'm trying to still think of, besides G.I. Joe and Shield and Hydra, what other
fictional stuff we could do?
Yeah. Transformers keeps going in my, I don't know why, but that just would not fit. Sorry, I know, but I'm just thinking like good guys, bad guys, it's pop culture.
Well, like, if you just have it like, they just don't transform.
Paint him yellow, here's Bumblebee.
But, wow,
I don't know why Transformers would pop in my head, but...
Well, it's because they have a nice logo decal you can put on all your vehicles.
Well, I guess they are vehicles, too.
Yeah, they are vehicles.
So, I guess that's one of the reasons it's popped in my head, I guess.
They don't have to transform, they just envision like, they're untransformed Transformers.
I guess another thing is, could possibly, if we get other people at Stored Play, make our own history.
Oh, yeah.
And you got your own, here's the map, here's the country, what's the history of your country, ours, and then you can actually start allying with each other. So you're making your own history during the game.
Right, that'd be awesome.
You have your own paint scheme for your army. I don't think I would limit it to where you have to play Russia or U.S. I think it would come down to, what do you want to play?
Yeah.
Because countries sell stuff to other countries. Now, normally Russia or Soviet Union and America don't sell to the same country per se, but I don't see why this one, because we're limited what models are available anyway.
Yeah, and that would be fun, but something like that kind of level of group activity, I would rather wait till they get more stuff out.
Right, I agree with you.
Because, I'm France, I'm playing with U.S. stuff, but I'm playing with French colors.
So, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm more interested in that. This last thing I was just talking about, because you come up with your own paint scheme.
Yeah.
Here's your country. What's your history of your country?
That'd be cool. Also,
and then you can decide who's your ally. You can decide, or I'm more neutral. I'm kind of, and then you get attacked by both, but but something like that.
that'd be an interesting campaign to design.
Yeah.
And see if we can get players to design, which also could incorporate another aspect of like campaigning. Like I want to write about later. Visually is like having a more modern campaign, and where you're not necessarily in command of everything in all your force.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another time.
Yeah. I was also thinking about, well, what if like nobody starts battling each other? You could do some event like Germany. What was it? That radio station. They said the Polish people killed their people at the radio station, but it was actually Germans. Mm. They killed them to start, so Hitler could invade Poland.
Mm.
So you can have like events come up like, oh, your guys was killed by his. I don't know. I'm kind of like, you'd have a GM situation to kind of stoke the fires and kind of get something going, but.
Yeah.
It sounds horrible the way I said it, but it's kind of, if nobody's doing anything, it's the way to get things instigated between countries.
Oh, well,
like you were kind of talking about, where you aren't in control of everything.
Yeah, that would require something like that, a neutral GM.
Yeah,
and you need to have a campaign system that's more robust than I've ever seen.
Also, I guess you would be the leader.
Well, you don't have to be.
I was saying, if you're just a general and saying, well, this is what the leaders say happened.
Yeah.
There, but is it really that's what happened, or was it the other thing happened?
Oh, well, I want to write about later, like have a campaign where, like, the people who makes the macro decisions on the campaign is different from the people who actually plays the battles. Because it reminded me of something from the Team Yankee novel.
Right.
Because there was a lot of tension between.
Well, yeah, you were talking about that part where, where's the people that's supposed to be backing you up? They weren't there. Well, you still keep going. Wait, they were supposed to back up. Oh, you just keep going, don't worry.
Yeah, it's like when it got there, it's like, okay, we're supposed to have backup here. Backup's not there, so plans change. Just go over here. Okay. Well, in this case, I'm going to go up this hill to see what. It didn't get yelled at like, why are you not out there? I heard I didn't have backup. That's not my problem.
It's not my problem. You get over there.
Like, wait, out in the open with no backup?
I guess it'd be kind of interesting campaign that you're not so much on the macro, but more on the micro.
Yeah.
This stuff's kind of happening with your country,
Yeah.
and when a battle happens, you're the general of that battle.
Yeah. As long as you have, of course, don't have any players trying to thumb the game just to screw over your neighbor.
Yeah, well, then, yeah, but if you have that type of player, you just, okay, you either talk to him or say, we're just going to have to cut you out if you don't.
And you guys also got to know the difference between just they throw in a game or they had a strategy in mind. It just may not have been a great way. There's a difference.
Yep.
One is okay, just need to work on that strategy.
Well, since the game's been delayed, I'm still a little upset about. I wish they would just release the rulebook so we could have started playing and learning more about the game. I'm still up in limbo about, do we go realistic? This is what America had. Here's the paint schemes. Here's what we had. Here's the paint scheme. Or a G.I. Joe, Hydra, Shield, or you make your own country. It's a whole different world. Here's the continent. Here's your country. What's your history? What's your paint scheme? What do you have for your army?
I know I'm not doing historic. Anything I'll put together is not going to be historic. Eventually, I would like to have a Germans. There's like the 40 years advance of my World War II versions of my Germans, which for the life of me, I can't pronounce what the name I came up because I use actual German words.
Well, now if it's your own country, you don't have to use German words. So.
Well, it's still inspired by Germany. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. If you do a campaign like that, you can do updates and you can post them, YouTube them, or
Yeah.
post them on a blog.
A lot of things to do. All we have to do is get more players.
Yeah. Let's hope.
All right, soldier, you will shape up and you will listen, because we are now going to talk about Sun Tzu and the art of war. Attention!
All right, so we're getting close to finishing a chapter called Waging War, and we're on number 9.
Yeah. So I think in general this chapter, the only ways would be related to miniature gaming. It would be more for like long extended campaigns, such as the one we just talked about.
Yep. If you have supply lines.
So you have supply lines.
Because what we're going to talk about today, from what I got, is a lot to do with supply lines.
Yeah. So not actual combat, but other aspects of waging war.
Okay, so number 9. Bring war material with you from home, but forage on the enemy. Thus the army will have food enough for its needs.
Pretty straightforward. Like, take weapons with you and then kill your enemies and take their food.
Or the populace. Take it from the populace.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Number 10. Poverty of the state exchequer causes an army to be maintained by contributions from a distance. Contributing to maintain an army at a distance causes the people to be impoverished. So you're basically, to have that big long supply line, you're taking it from your country, transporting it all the way up there to your front line.
Yeah.
So it's better to take it from the enemy.
Yeah. I'm trying to find what that line is in this book. Really wish they had numbers. Yeah, I'm lost, so I guess keep going.
Okay, number 11. On the other hand, the proximity of an army causes prices to go up, and high prices cause the people's substance to be drained away. Which makes sense. It's kind of like the black market starts coming up, resources start becoming less available. So, because the army's close by.
Yeah.
People are going to start hiding stuff.
Cause the army's either going to buy it or take it.
And if they're not there yet, everybody's going to start hoarding it.
Sure.
All right. So again, like you said, a lot of this does not have to do with miniature warfare, but we're just going to go through the book.
Unless you have a campaign aspect.
Right.
Or a game that somehow that's an aspect of it.
Okay, number 12. When their substance is drained away, the peasantry will be afflicted by heavy exaction. And that's like demanding something from somebody. So there's going to be a lot of demands put on these people. Hey, give us food. Like, what you're kind of talking about. We'll pay for it or we'll take it. So the peasantry is going to be inflicted a lot of that stuff demanded to them. Is that what you got there?
What they have is strength is depleted on the battlefield, families at home are destituted.
Yeah, because the army's going to take what they want.
Yeah.
And how are they going to stop them? Unless they hide it really well.
Yeah.
All right. Now, some reason 13 and 14 are together. It's just one paragraph, 13 and 14. With this loss of substance and exhaustion of strength. Oh, this is what you just talked about. Here we go. Okay, so this is what you just talked about, because I'm now looking at something very familiar here. So let's try it again, 13 and 14. Because you said you didn't have numbers in that one book you're looking at.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is 13 and 14 right here. With the loss of substance and exhaustion of strength, the homes of the people will be stripped bare, and 3/10 of their incomes will be dissipated, while government expenses for broken chariots, worn-out horses, breastplates and helmets, bows and arrows, spears and shields, protective mantlets, or mantlers, draught oxen and heavy wagons will amount to 4/10 of the total revenue. So the people I guess they won't have as much money because they're having to spend more money for these resources. And the government's having to spend a lot of their money to upkeep and keep the army supplied.
And they just said the common people loses 7/10 of their wealth, 6/10 of the public comforts are spent on war stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. They got 3/10 of their income will be dissipated. And you said 7/10?
Yeah. This says what?
It says
3/10.
people we strip bare and 3/10 of their income will be dissipated. But you had something about 7/10.
They said they're going to lose 7/10 of their weight. Oh,
So interesting, if we take those two numbers and add it up, that's 10/10.
yeah.
So somewhere in the translation, one of these got their tenths wrong. That's interesting.
And yeah, that's pretty big. It's like one is saying they lose 3/10.
I would say they'd lose 7/10.
Yeah.
If the enemy army is that close to them. You know, jobs are going to be hard. Who's going to want to go to work for the most part? You know, they're going to steal from you if they'll take your valuables and your food, so you're having to spend more money.
So that's a strange difference. That's a significant difference.
Yeah, I would go with the 7/10.
Yeah.
From what I'm getting from this, I would go with 7/10.
Yeah.
All right, so the last one for today is 15. Hence, a wise general makes a point of foraging on the enemy. 1 carload of the enemy's provisions is equivalent to 20 of one's own, and likewise a single pickle of his provendor is equivalent to 20 from one's own store. Now, pickle is not like the pickle we eat. We had to look this up. It's Picul, and it's basically a weight used in East and Southeast Asia, and especially in Chinese, by what it says here, and it's about 60 kilograms or 133 pounds. That's a pickle.
Yeah.
So kind of what they say is you're bringing all this stuff from way back here, but you're using so many resources getting that there that it will add up to.
Yeah, so it's just basically saying, bring your weapons with you and then take your enemy's food because it's worth more taking it from them than bringing it with you.
Yeah, because those people are going to consume food trying to bring it up. You're going to put more wear and tear, and you have to have more people to man the supply lines. So that's going to be more food.
Yeah.
And more upkeep. Yeah. So, yeah,
this is very much a campaign. If it's going to apply to miniature gaming, it's going to be applying to like campaigns.
Yep.
That has supplies.
Yep. All right. So next time, I think we'll finish out this chapter. And what's the next chapter after waging war is attack by stratagem.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we did some of those.
You know, I kind of looking here. Let me check here real quick. I don't have any that we've done.
Oh.
Nope, I don't have any. Nope. So it'll be a new chapter for both of us. Well, that wraps up another episode of War Journal, Flames of War. Your host, Arthur and Tracy, thank you for listening to this episode. You can find us on iTunes. If you like the episode, please subscribe and leave a positive review. You can find us on Facebook at Flames of War. And please like us. In addition, you can follow us on Twitter at warjournal_FOW. You can also find us on YouTube. Search for Tracy George, Flames of War. You can read Arthur's blog at chaosmagicwizards.blogspot.com. Finally, you can email us at warjournalflamesofwar@gmail.com. War Journal Flames of War is all one word, so no spaces are required. Also, please share the show on any social media of your choice. So, until next time, as always, have a good game.